Well, welcome to Techsavvy today, episode 56. And as you can see, I'm working in a different kind of way today. I'm actually using my phone. So this is broadcasting live from the wilds of Wiltshire as I'm out and about. So today's episode is about smartphones and what you use them for. Now, I don't know about you, but some people out there would just like their smartphone to just be a phone. Nothing else, just make phone calls. And of course, it's interesting to note that we've had phones, mobile phones, for over 40 years. Can you believe that? 40 years. So the smartphones came in with the iPhone, and it began the very first iPhone. And that must be over 30 years, or maybe less, I don't know. But the point is that mobile phones have been around a long time now. If you want a simple phone that just does phone things with a few apps, then I strongly recommend the Dora series. And they're a good make that will produce simple phones for you and enable you to access simple things with just making a phone call and maybe one or two apps like camera. So, what can smartphones do? Well, apart from making phone calls, they can send text messages. That's wonderful for the deaf and makes a huge difference to their lives. Then they can also make emails. You can send and receive your emails on the go. You can also put dates in your calendar. It's very useful if you're sharing a resource like a car to actually make sure that the right dates are there for you and for your beloved, whoever you're sharing the car with. So there are things that you can do with your smartphone that will enable you to be able to do that. While we're speaking about cars, yes. So what about phone use in a car? Well, that's a tricky one, isn't it? There's an app on my smartphone that will allow me to just enable it on an Apple device to not take phone calls while I'm driving. It detects the movement of the phone and says you're driving, and therefore it sends a message out to the caller to say, look, I'm sorry, I can't take calls right now. That's really important. And I know that many people do take calls while they're driving, but I would say it's not a great idea in many ways because it distracts you from the object of driving. I also love the fact that I can connect my smartphone to the car because I might want to hear some music and I can use something like Siri to say, play my playlist, and it will go ahead and play things in my car. And when I hired a car, I was able to use um, Apple CarPlay, which enabled that to happen. It also generated the map system from my phone to Google Maps to the car, and I was able to use it when I was hiring one. So basically, I think it's a don't. But if you do have to take a call, pull over and make sure you at all times use hands free. You may have a car with Bluetooth built in, and that's where hands free could be used. But hands free still isn't making you safe. And I'm sure there are laws about it too. So have the option, if you can, to just block that while you're driving. Okay, so what else can you do with your mobile phone? You can take photographs. You can have those photographs stored on your phone and then transferred automatically. You can use WhatsApp to transfer photographs if you're using Android. And people often ask me, can I transfer to a PC? Yes, you can. And with our previous Techsavvy on WhatsApp web desktop, you can actually transfer those images across to your PC. So that's really important for you. So yes, do by all means try that and try those means. You have to download the app WhatsApp on your phone. It's not there as standard. Um, So really, that's some of the things that you can do. There are more. Um, Certainly, I use it for social media, but also I switch off a lot of notifications because I don't want to be constantly interrupted by notifications coming to my phone, and therefore it can be silenced. And this is particularly important on Android, where every minute a Facebook message appears to come in, you can silence them all in settings, and it will be under notifications that you can do that. So, what other things are important to bear in mind? Well, what kind of smartphone can you use? Well, there are Android smartphones and there are iOS smartphones, and then there are Google Chrome smartphones, which are based on Android. It really is a matter of choice and budget. You can pay the earth or you can pay simple stuff. And as I said, the Dora range is a basic range and it is just basically a phone with maybe a few apps around it. So, really, that's all I wanted to say about smartphones today. Do tune in to our next episode of Tech Savvy and do, by all means, um, do make use of our YouTube channel, which contains all 56, 55 other episodes of Tech Savvy. Thank you for watching, and we'll speak again next week. Thank you. Bye.